Shattering Glass, Chapter 19. Why did I do what Rob asked me to about Rana? That's always the first question. If I had never gone to that library and learned what I did, then Rob could never have talked me into it. But once I knew Rob's secret and I knew what it does to a person, then I needed to patch a hole in him like he'd done for me. And I didn't think it would be permanent with Ron and me. I thought I could have it all back. Young Stewart from his psychological interview before sentencing. The day after Christmas, I hibernated in my room, slouched on my bed. I ran my finger along the cushiony edges of the leather journal. A matched set of luggage sat next to my closet door, and a Franklin planner lay atop the box that held a laptop computer. The phone jangled. Unconcerned, I let it ring until the answering machine picked up. Hearing Simon's asthmatic voice, I hooked the receiver with 2 fingers and plopped it onto my shoulder. Hey, Glass, I'm here. Screening your calls? Yeah, I'm tired of talking to people who are offering a one-time only chance of a lifetime to put vinyl siding over our brick. He made a shuffling sound, Simon's variation of a laugh. So around here, too. Everybody gone for Christmas break. What's on your mind? I asked. A little detective work. What for? Rob. I twisted the phone cord around my finger. What about Rob? Simon let out a sigh. Don't do laps with me. Why would Rob change his name? Why'd he say he's from out of state when he's really from Foley? Don't tell me you haven't wondered. Yeah, I said. I gripped the phone hard. A day with Simon. I'd rather eat a worm. But Rob knew all my secrets. I wanted to know his. I'll be there in 10 minutes. We know that Rob's last address was 212 Monroe in Foley. We're going to get a map and find the house. Then what? Then we see who lives there. How do we do that? The telephone book won't help. Simon wagged his head in disgust. No, the telephone book won't help. Don't you watch television? After we buy a pizza, we go to the house pretending to deliver it. We took the off-ramp that led downtown and cruised until we saw a pizza place that advertised free delivery. We ordered a pizza to go and asked the cashier if he had a map with street names. We studied the map and followed the road to a neighborhood landscaped like a gardener's wet dream. I pointed. There it is, 212. The house was long, low, and elegant. Rob's dad does pretty well, Simon said. Yeah, if his dad still lives here. He lived here once. I nodded. Guess so. Turning into the wide circular drive, we pulled up to the front of the house. A white BMW was parked at the side entrance. We stepped out of the car and clumped up the pebbled walk. Poinsettias bloomed in ornate cast iron planters that flanked the double doors. Simon lifted a brass ring that hung from a lion's mouth and knocked it against the sleek, dark wood. We waited and fidgeted. Ring the bell. In a house this size, nobody could hear a knock. Glass punched the bell and the door jerked open before he could pull his finger back. Okay, I'm here. The speaker was a tall woman in lavender sweats, flushed and breathing hard as she smiled at us. Sorry it took me so long. I was on the treadmill. Pizza delivery, Simon said. I didn't order pizza. Well, Simon bumbled about. It says here, Pizza Supreme, whole anchovies, Robert Baddock, 212 South Monroe. Glass looked up. Is Mr. Baddock here? Maybe he ordered and didn't mention it. The woman's expression slid from friendly to suspicious. What's going on here? We didn't say anything. You two are up to no good, but I can't imagine why. We still didn't say anything. Well, whatever it is doesn't concern me. She pushed her hair off her forehead. We bought the house from Mrs. Baddock. Mr. Baddock has a new address. He's in prison. She eyed us again. Go away. This is old news and it's my house now, not a tourist attraction. She slammed the door. We trudged back to the car without a word. We got in and clipped the seatbelts. What in the hell does that mean? I know how to find out, Simon said with creepy composure. After getting directions from a service station, we drove to the local library. I sat back in the soft leather seats, deep in my own thoughts. After we got to the library, Glass led me to the microfilm viewer. "What are we doing?" I demanded. She referred to old news. There has to be something in the papers. If there is a connection to Rob, my guess is that it happened at about the time he transferred to Beevale. Not bad, Glass. The librarian interrupted us with a box of rolled film. She briefed us on using microfilm and viewers and left. "Here," Simon said. "You take half." He grumbled about this not being in the library's computer system and pushed the rolls at me. "Scan anything that might give us a clue." I sat down and threaded the first roll of film, clicked the viewer, and squinted at the pages on the screen. I read the headlines and skimmed sports pages, court proceedings, lists of marriages and divorces. The lighted screen wearied my eyes, and a headache thumped dismally in my temples. I was rubbing my forehead when I saw it. I enlarged the frame so I could read the small print. The article was short, no more than 3 inches, but it answered all my questions, even the one I hadn't asked. "Glass?" "Yeah, find something?" I took a deep breath. "Yeah." I heard Glass's chair scrape back. Simon flipped the viewer to the articles that followed the first story. The grainy photos, the headlines, the articles that exposed Rob's betrayal and shame. "I never wanted to know this," Glass said. "Me neither." I turned off the viewer. "We're never going to talk about this again, Simon. Never."